Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are in the Palmer for the first look video, a bruiser of a game highlighting all the strengths of this ship. No, we are not running a full secondary on this build, and as always, stats and commander guide at the end of the video. But I just wanted to get some decent gameplay for you guys, and this is a pretty good game. 160, 170,000 damage, a few sinks here, and some fun gameplay for you guys. Right off the bat, you can see we are at A spawn here on Trap, and there is a new map this update, which is kind of fun. I enjoy it. I fear it's not going to be a fan favorite, but Respito, I don't know. And here you can see a fellow Wallet Warrior. I commented on this in the live replay, who just bought the campaign and immediately abandoning his spawn. So I feel like there needs to be a tutorial or something on that. But anyway, we spawned on the left here, and with these German battleships and battle cruisers and aggressive ships, you want to get to this island here. So that's what we're going to do. We do have the support of our DD, thank goodness, and we actually have a viewer in this game, Mr. Goat, who plays very well. And I think he actually scored first in XP, but and that's also new. The XP is now a little bit different, so all those overinflated XPs are down to normal. But Hipper spotted there, and you can see a ship in the middle. I don't want to shoot just yet because we will be spotted, and I want to get a little bit closer to this island, but this Brandenburg is providing a nice, juicy target. We go ahead and fire, and you can see the shotgun that envelops our dispersion. It's a 1.5 Sigma ship, so 3 overpins there for 3,000 damage. I'm at a loss for what build to truly run. We know all you German battleship lovers and meme lords are going to run full secondaries, but as you will learn, and again, this is very situation specific in this game in particular, but meming secondaries, it may get you 50k and 200 secondary hits, but you're just going to die. If we YOLO rush this here, we've got a Brandenburg with torps, a Hipper with torps, and an Azuma who can bow tank, who has 27mm plating all over. On top of that, we don't know where the destroyer is. We assume he's in C because C's capping, and we also would be getting crossfired from that Marlborough and other Brandenburg. So YOLOing in is fun. It can provide for some engaging gameplay in the first 5 minutes, but it doesn't get you to the end of the game, which is what we want, at least what I want. So, again, you can run those full secondaries, and that's what this Brandenburg is doing. There was like a lot of secondary battleships in this game, and I already had seen like 8 of them bought this morning. I would not buy out this ship, guys. It's fun. It'll be a decent tier 8. It's not going to be the most OP secondary. Secondaries are not the primary play style. And here's something that I thought was a little weird. Is that not the overpen symbol? Did I not get 4K on that? I remember commenting on that. But regardless of that, we actually have to start our kite here because you can see our teammate is now on the other side of the map, and he doesn't get a great score, I'm going to be honest. So just play the side you spawn on. We don't need to name and shame, but you want to point out these things, and it helps the gameplay for everyone. If he was on our side, we could have potentially rushed them 2 Palmers, and we will definitely do this, I think, either with Spartan or somebody. I know Peak isn't going to buy out this campaign, but maybe Alphonse. He's a true Wallet Warrior. But we do have Mr. Goat coming over to help, and in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and crossfire that Brandenburg in B. He is doing the whole German YOLO, Sabaton, Erica push thing, and it just doesn't work out. If you get enemies to push into you, or you get them trapped on a corner, we had a great game earlier with Muse in this ship, which I kind of wanted to put as the first look. It was a good, accurate first gameplay, but this is about like maybe our 10th game, 8th game maybe, and the first 2 were just insanely lackluster. So but we're going to go ahead and reposition here. We have a good team presence now. We've got some damage, and this Brandenburg is very low, so we're going to try and finish him off and then push in. Our team has lost the seaside. We actually had another viewer, Mr. Pew Pew, and his division mate. So I think John took an early... he's not dead yet, but I think he takes an early exit in this game as the Brandenburg is down to 700 health there. So 2 to 3, 4 defend ribbons there, and 1 kill right off the bat. We haven't lost that much health, and a little bit of is fire damage you can see with the 3 heals. We are running Von Hipper, and like I said, I will go over that at the end. But with Hyde, maybe as a solo player, I was trying Hyde and Scharnhorst and a few others. Maybe a little bit better as a solo player. I know solo play is rough, and it was highly evident, not only in this game, but this morning on update day. We all love a good update day, don't we? But still, having fun. I think I was like 11-3, 11-4. We got in a game with Sarkoon. It was a bunch of fun. The Napoli, Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I had a 223,000 damage game in the Napoli, and I wasn't recording. So, F me, right? But this Hipper pops back up, and we know that we still have those two ships over there. I think I tell Goat to get back. He did an excellent job getting position, and I think he had already started stopping, begun to stop. But we want him to stop and not round that corner without us. We do have our torpedoes, our secondaries, and our chunky German armor, as well as three, 6. 12 total, but 6 380 millimeter guns on the front there. So it's a good package, the Palmer. It's not my favorite. You guys know I prefer accurate ships or cruisers. My new stats page is actually pretty equal, like 5,000 destroyer, 4,800 battleship, and like the rest in cruisers there. So a good little triangle of evenness, and then very few in CVs, but we all hate CVs. But yeah, this is a little tricky situation, this Brandenburg. I'm worried about Goat if he decides to push, but it looks like this Azuma is turning and the Brandenburg is following here. So we're going to wait for that Azuma to turn. And this is actually a little funny moment here. So you'll notice our torps get knocked, and sometimes I try to save them. They're kind of on the outside of the ship there. And I think Goat took just enough of the Azuma's health, so this wasn't a dev strike, but a good salvo. And you'll notice we repair here. And maybe not the best use of our repair, but we save our torpedoes and we put out that fire. And on the first salvo of our damage con being down, we actually lose those torpedoes and get on fire again. So typical RNG. I think it's coming up right here. But we got that Azuma off the board. A great push from Goat. And torpedoes destroyed and on fire. Oh, no. Wasn't this salvo? Yeah, we already lost those torpedoes. So just a fun dose of RNG there. But this is the point in the game where I think a lot of people need to get to in their German battleships. Is this point right here? You've won your side, essentially, almost. The Hipper's still alive, but he's kiting away, and we're about to kill this Brandenburg. And now we can kind of rush into the middle. There's good island cover. It makes for a good situation. You can't just rush in right away, and I see so many people doing that. You notice we get almost the complete finish of the Brandenburg. Our secondaries are either drunk or whatever, and we get 5 hits, and I don't think we got any damage there. I know that I think there's 150s and 105s, and the 105s are going to be doing very little, but I wish we could get a little bit more out of them. Now, we could potentially run Jean-Luc pickup there, but that's a very specific build for a very specific situation. If you think about it, you're only going to be shooting your secondaries at 11.5 at the most, where you can shoot your main guns from, 17, 18 plus. We get a beautiful salvo here. This is actually one of the better salvos of the game. I think we get it, yeah. So the Marlboro was sitting there. Not sure why Yugumo smoked up and started shooting at a Marlboro, but that's the last thing he wants to shoot at. But we get a nice triple Citadel on that Marlboro there, and he is hurting. Goat does an excellent job. He's going to go ahead and make his way into A, as well as finish off that Hipper. So good team play again. And this is not in a division. This is just a random solo player. So all the, all the division comments can take a hike again. But the Yugumo did get some torps off. We go ahead and fire our front turrets here. Just maybe get another Citadel before they land. We actually get an overpen there as it goes high. But you can see the dispersion is not the best. Now here I'm in a little bit of a tricky spot. I probably should have switched to HE, but we're actually waiting to go dark here. I'm going this direction so that way the Z leads the torps out instead of in, because I actually want to rush in this situation. We popped our Hydro a while back for the Brandenburg to see if those torps were coming, because we did use our damage con, and here we use our damage con again because we were undetected, but unfortunately this Republic comes around and we get detected. Not only that, we shoot and open up our concealment to the Z46 and smoke. Now, I'm not going to lie, I had a little bit of a brown pants moment. I said on the live replay that he's probably torping now. So I give a little shimmy and a little shake, and we actually get half lucky, half not, because we know he's right in front of us, either moving to the left or to the right. And I thought he was to the right, but he actually moves to the left here. So we get a little bit lucky with these torps. We would have been on permanent flood, but we do have a few teammates close, and we do have the obvious skill to rebuild. I don't like using it, but if it's in the game, I'm going to use it, because half of the other brain dead people use it. And we actually get lucky again, as I thought he turned right, but like I said, he actually goes left, and he launches a widespread, and we actually miss those torpedoes. So we're going to go ahead and push into the cap here. He will not have torpedoes, the Z, unless he's running blue, and even then they won't do that much damage. So we're all right, and after dodging those torpedoes, we're all right. We do have this Republic in the cap though, and we're actually down on points. Their team did a good job of getting the caps early, so we want to push into the middle here. and try and remove that advantage. We actually see the Z open up though, so we go ahead and pop our booster. I'm not sure why I'm not secondary targeting him, but I should have, even though he's the only one spotted. I don't know if it helps when there's just one target, but you do want to make sure you are using your secondary, your priority secondary. Actually, it's on the Republic for some reason. I don't know why. That's a little mistake by me, but regardless of that, you want to make sure all the secondaries on the left side should be shooting. You notice we get like 1 and 2 hits here, and this is with a 10-kilometer secondary range. You guys will see the stats here. I'm sure with a full secondary build, I would be getting a nice fireworks show, but it's just not viable in terms of overall impact on the game. Yes, you can get those morons who sail into your secondaries and put out one fire, and you may get a permanent fire on them. I'd much rather hit the target I'm aiming at with 380 millimeter guns and use a little bit more skill on top of my torpedoes and German armor to get in closer, etc. If you need 11-7, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that. But we go in for the rush here. We actually lose our torpedo tubes, so we pop our damage con. And this is a little bit of the frustrating part. We get 1 hit there for 11K. We have 20 hits, and we've gotten 1,000 damage off of it. I feel like a German battleship should be able to dev strike this, but unfortunately, we actually connect all 4 torpedoes, if you saw. Get the high caliber there. Now we are damage con down, and of course, the French have the fantastic secondary fire chance. We are running flammable cannoneer, so it's probably a little bit our fault as well. He gets a triple fire on us. We don't even get the kill with 50 secondary hits. Now, we do know that the French have very good armor, so that is, again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, fairly situationally specific, but just, I don't know, not a huge fan of that. If I'm going to be doing this whole secondary thing, I want them to hit. I feel like if you could target parts of ships, I don't know, like you can ping a section on PC. I know that's super advanced, but and Wargaming will never do it. But a good first game there, high caliber. I think we get 2,300 base XP and a quality win with some viewers. I'm going to go ahead and give it to myself from the past here, and he's going to go over. I'm speaking in third person here. He's going to go over. Myself is going to go over these stats in game. Live on the replay, and you guys can hear my honest thoughts and opinions. The ship is like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. It's fun. It's not going to be OP in any regard, which is fine. We don't need super OP ships every update, but I would have liked a little bit more, either in terms of accuracy or secondary damage. But Aaron from the past, go ahead and take it away. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll say it again at the end of the video, but Aaron out. Peace. Properly meticulous. I know, not a full secondary build, guys. I know. We do have Haruna, though, as an inspiration, as well as Cunningham to help that grouping. You do have very low accuracy. Here are the stats: 81,900 health, artillery, 4x3, 12 15-inch guns there with 18.6 firing range, and a 29 reload time. So 29-second reload time there. So the base is 33. It's down a little bit. I think I have reload mod in the 4th slot. So, yep. Torpedo tubes, which are effective, but not the most effective, I guess, of 2x4 there with 6-kilometer range and 64 knot speed. 13,000 damage. So average torpedoes, they're anti-YOLO. I don't know. You can do what you want with them. We mentioned, though, in our secondary, we have a 9.8 secondary range with accurate guns. So don't. Everyone's going to want to run that secondary build here as we look at the stats here. We've actually had a pretty successful morning. So Goat did a great job, 2,200 base there with 2 kills and a high caliber. So GG's to the other team. That Z looked like he played fairly well. And then where did Tony finish? Okay, good try, Tony. We'll get him next time. Maybe try and help us on our flank, Tony, and that's okay. Yeah, some decent scores all around. Edinburgh is showing why no one watches Hipper's Edinburgh videos. Hey, John there as well with the good Mogami. GG's, guys. So a decent score there, 160k. A fun game, but yeah. But the AA and the maneuverability are pretty poor, as well as the concealment there. If you guys wanted to see those, a pretty large turning circle. The armor is pretty good, but you will be taking those chunky battleship penetrations that the Germans tend to do in the superstructure there. So keep that in mind. Good nose armor, good icebreaker there, but again, just a lot of armor, so you're going to be taking full pens for most ships. Fairly protected citadel, and there is the overview. We do have a good hydro there. We kind of abused it, kind of got lucky on those torps, if you will, but 6-kilometer range, 4-kilometer torpedo detectability. And yeah, the secondary booster and heals. So that is the Pommern, the newest campaign ship to come to Legends. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Aaron out. Peace.